If hard work created power, the night janitor would own the building. He doesn't. The landlord does. Tonight, you stop sweeping the floors of wealth and start owning the keys. Most people chase money like it's a bus. They sprint, wave, beg the driver to stop. Machiavelli would smile at the chaos and whisper, "Why chase the bus when you can become the route?" Wealth doesn't answer to speed. It answers to structure. It answers to position. It answers to gravity. Here's the truth you were never taught. You don't attract wealth by running toward it. You attract wealth by becoming a place it settles. Like water moving downhill, money flows to the lowest resistance and the highest control. Your job is to carve the channel. Wait, what? You don't need more income. You need less dependency. If someone can pause your paycheck, they can mute your voice. That isn't wealth. That's a velvet leash, soft enough to forget it's there. Take it off. Machiavelli wrote for rulers, not for runners. He studied the mechanics of power. Who sets the rules? Who controls the ladders? Who quietly decides which doors are locked and which doors are left open, just enough to keep you hoping? You think wealth is a number. It isn't. Wealth is permission. Wealth is the ability to say no and mean it. Wealth is the right to be silent without being punished by your own life. So we begin with the first move. Stop auditioning. Start architecting. The laborer asks, "How can I earn more?" The architect asks, "What can I build that others must use?" The difference is fatal. Earning is motion. Architecture is magnetism. When you build gravity, the chase reverses. You don't knock on doors. Doors turn on their hinges and look for you. How do you build gravity? Start by creating a point of dependence, something scarce, something hard to copy, a system, a license, a network, a process, a standard. The most powerful people aren't louder. They're necessary. Make yourself necessary. Imagine two paths. On the left, the consultant billing by the hour. The more tired he is, the more he earns, until he stops. Then the money stops too. On the right, the same mind, but sharper. She productizes her framework into a license. 50 companies pay monthly. She sleeps. The invoices don't. Which one is wealthy? The one whose influence is louder than her presence. That's Machiavellian leverage. Results without your body in the room. You've been told to prove your value by showing effort. Early in, late out, inbox zero, calendar full. Understand something cruel and clean. Exhaustion is not evidence of contribution. It is often evidence of design failure. The machine isn't built yet, so you are burning to compensate. Stop burning. Build the machine. Move two. Control perception without renting your soul to attention. Machiavelli understood a knife-edge truth. People obey their beliefs about you more than they obey you. That means you don't have to be everywhere. You have to be inevitable, not loud, inevitable. When your name means reliable outcome, money will travel to you in straight lines. Here's how you do it without becoming a circus act. Pick a narrow promise. Deliver it with terrifying consistency. Protect your mystery. Show your results, not your process. Let others speculate about how you did it while they pay to learn. Visibility invites imitation. Scarcity invites respect. Become rare. Wait. What? You don't need to be seen more. You need to be understood once. Move three. Master the fortress. Machiavelli advised rulers to defend what they gain. Build income like a fortress. Layers, moats, backup gates. If one client leaves, nothing shakes. If one platform changes, nothing collapses. If one market cools, another warms what you own. The average person builds a tent. It looks pretty on a sunny day and disappears in the wind. You will build stone. Your fortress has four walls. First wall, a core offer that pays even when you whisper. Second wall, a license or subscription that compounds while you sleep. Third wall, distribution you own, list, community, partners, so no gatekeeper can starve you. Fourth wall, capital reserves and boring automatic assets that don't care about your mood. Inside that fortress, you make a vow. Your income will not depend on your daily performance. It will depend on your past design. Move 4. Become unreadable and therefore unattackable. In The Prince, the appearance of generosity was often more useful than generosity itself. Why? Because perception moves crowds faster than reality. Translate that to money. The map others have of you is part of your wealth. Don't give away the legend. You don't need to lie. Just stop offering the blueprint to people who haven't earned it. Keep your counsel narrow. Share your numbers later than you think. Teach the strategy only after you've moved beyond it. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to price and to replace. Move 5. Make information your currency. Information is leverage disguised as conversation. What people confide in you shapes what they do around you. Build the room where information arrives first, a peer group that trades insight without envy, a private newsletter that attracts operators, not spectators. Deal flow is a river. Stand upstream. Be the person others brief before they brief the public. This isn't gossip. This is geometry. The earlier you know, the earlier you move. The earlier you move, the cheaper your advantage. Now let's address the drug that keeps most people obedient: security. Security feels like a warm light through a window. It is also, frequently, the electricity bill you can never turn off. You cling to guaranteed numbers because you fear uncertainty. Machiavelli's correction is simple. Rulers embrace controlled uncertainty, not recklessness, asymmetry. Small bets with capped downside and real upside. The servant asks, "What keeps me safe?" The sovereign asks, "What keeps me sovereign?" Different question, different life. So build your escape architecture, but quietly. Do not set your current life on fire because you got inspired. Replace hours with assets one by one. Replace applause with systems one by one. Replace fear with clarity, one decision at a time. Your identity shifts in the dark, long before anyone notices in the light. That's how power grows. Off camera, then all at once. Let's talk about money itself, because most people treat it like weather and wonder why it storms. Detach your feelings. Money doesn't care that you worked late. It doesn't care that you're a good person. Money is obedient to structure and indifferent to effort. Treat every dollar like a soldier. Deploy with intent. Pull back when the terrain is wrong. Redeploy without apology. Pride is not a strategy. Neediness is not a strategy. Maps and moves are strategies. Ask yourself 3 questions and don't flinch at the answers. 1. Does my income survive my silence? If your mouth must move for money to move, you are still on a leash. 2. Am I paid for time or for consequences? The world can always buy cheaper time. It can't buy inevitable outcomes. 3. What part of my value would be hard to copy in 90 days? If the answer is not much, you don't have a fortress. You have a tent now, a story for your hands to hold. A designer bills $150 an hour making custom decks. She is booked, tired, successful. She converts her sharpest slides into a deck system, templates, scripts, training, license. She tests with 10 clients at a modest monthly fee. It works. She signs a dozen more. She trains one operator to handle support. She steps back. She raises the price. The system pays for her silence. The market starts calling her not when they need a deck, but when they need certainty. She stops auditioning. She becomes architecture. That's attraction, not the mystical kind, the mechanical kind. Let's put sharper edges on this so you can move now. Pick a domain and write a narrow promise you can defend. I make abandoned carts return and pay you twice. I compress hiring from 60 days to 10 for technical roles. I take chaos out of your inventory. Narrow beats grand, precision pays premium. Turn that promise into a system. Document the steps, name them, protect them. Give your method a shape people can see, a map, a ladder, a loop. People buy pictures. Turn that system into a productized offer. Flat price, clear scope, defined timeline. If they want bespoke, they pay an obvious delta that funds the fortress. License the parts that don't require your brain. Templates, dashboards, training. The more you license, the more you decouple value from presence. Build your list in private. Stop feeding platforms and start feeding yourself. Your future wealth lives in a ledger you control. Guard your mystery. Showcase transformations, not techniques. You're not hiding, you're hardening. And then, every month, measure only what matters. How much income arrived without a meeting, how much leverage increased without more hours, how many doors open when you go silent. If the numbers don't rise, the fortress is leaking. Fix the wall. Don't add more sweat. A quick word on status, because it's the silent engine behind most financial choices. People don't buy price, they buy proof that choosing you will protect or elevate their status. Machiavelli knew men judge more by appearances than by truths they cannot see. So make your outcomes visible and your effort invisible. Case studies as short as a breath, timestamps, before and after in one screen, receipts without bragging. Let your work whisper, inevitable, and then walk away. The room will do the selling for you. You may feel the urge to explain yourself, resist it. Every time you justify your price, you train people to think they can negotiate your value. Let silence work. Let results speak. When asked for discounts, reframe the scope. When asked for your process, sell the training. When asked for your secrets, smile and point to the outcomes on the wall. Here's your wait. What? Moment for the road. You don't need to look rich to be rich. You need to be in control when no one is watching. Power is quiet because it doesn't need permission. Authority is silent because it operates through design, not noise. So here's the move. Simple, uncomfortable, non-negotiable. In the next 7 days, pick one lever and pull it hard. Either productize one service into a fixed scope offer, or license one asset you already use to 3 buyers, or automate one step that currently steals your evenings. One lever, not 10. Then write a rule for yourself. Never again trade time where a system could stand. When the urge to post your hustle hits, build instead. When the urge to seek approval rises, measure leverage instead. When the fear of uncertainty curls around your ribs, remember, comfort is the leash, sovereignty is the blade. You attract wealth by becoming the center of gravity, not by shouting, not by sprinting, but by arranging the world so that money loses energy when it leaves you and gains energy when it returns. Your life becomes the low ground. The river knows where to go. From now on, stop asking, how do I make more? Ask, what must rely on me to function? Stop counting hours. Start counting inevitabilities. Stop begging for raises. Start raising your field of force. You were trained to chase. You will be remembered for what you made chase you. Be the root, be the fortress, be the gravity. Move,